Richmond, California's godfather of the Mack Magic Mike. Vallejo, California's ambassador. Get the money, stack it up, stay solid, never fold, shake busters, the break sucker, and stay away from them fake motherfuckers. Welcome to the beginning of the saga of the Mack and commentary. Borderline scary, how they call me legendary. Suckers got the audacity, act like they ain't never heard of me. And I've been serving game raw since 82 or 83. It was Magic Mike and Calvin T. Crack rhymes out my mouth. Dope boys was paying me. It ain't a secret, I won't let it be a mystery. If you gon' be off in this thing, at least know your damn history. I flooded the bay. I was the sharpest of the sharpest. Ask my 40 water, he'll tell you no problems. 25 years plus, he been paying homage. I went to the long way. High mileage, knowledge is the key to success. If you gon' fuck me, undernourished poodles thinking they gon' get the best of me. Question if I'm OG, how the fuck I got the recipe? Game, money, mackin', longevity. Get the money, stack it up, stay solid, never fold, shake busters, the break sucker, and stay away from them fake motherfuckers. Get the money, stack it up, stay solid, never fold, shake busters, the break sucker, and stay away from them fake motherfuckers.
Right now, I'm off my Copper Gin, mixing it with tonic. If you grew up on somebody, gotta pay homage. When I first heard Calvin and Mike, I was astonished. They was ahead of their time, gotta be honest. My cousin them came to the V from the Rowdy R. Richmond, slapping Magic and Calvin T in they car. Dipping, they was spitting they ism the way that we was living. Gang. Only thing that held them back was prison. The 80s, man. On a 1300 block, I had a cougar. Muscle. Way back when I was slanging booger sugar. Hustle. I was gamed up and buttoned up like a peacoat. Suit. A derby windbreaker pushing that ski slope. Goop. Making all kind of fatty. The 80s was in it heavy. Granadas and Falcons and Cutlasses and them Chevys. El Caminos and Cougars and Ford Mustang. Pull a chick with one tooth in my lip. Huh, man?
Get the money, stack it up, stay solid, never fold, shake busters, the break sucker, and stay away from them fake motherfuckers. Get the money, stack it up, stay solid, never fold, shake busters, the break sucker, and stay away from them fake motherfuckers. So from this point on, don't you never, ever, 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 ever ask me who I am. The original, the legendary, Mack Magic Mike, Richmond's finest. Oh my.
Oh yes, bitches. Game and money. Mine.
Oh man.
Maxwell Silverhammer. We got Mack Magic Mike in the building. We've been waiting to do this, man, for a minute.
This long overdue, man. Long overdue.
Absolutely. So real quick, let's talk about that, man, because E40 paid homage to you, God, back in, I think it was on their 95 album, the Click album, and he mentioned you and Calvin T. And now you guys are doing a song that he was on a song of yours, man. Talk about that a little bit.
Yeah, that was deep right there because, yeah, like you said, 40 been paying homage to me and Calvin T since the beginning of his career over 40 years ago. And not just one time, he's consistently done it in numerous magazine interviews, numerous podcasts, numerous features on other artists' albums, numerous albums of his, he's paid homage consistently. So for me to reach out to him and ask him, to jump on a song with me, I had no idea what he was going to say. So for me to ask him to jump on a song for me, and he did it expeditiously with no problem, free of charge. And the verse is just the full verse of paying homage. That was big for me, man. It was not just big for the record, for the song, for the fans. It was big to me as a person, from one artist to another, from one man to another. Because 40 is a legend.
Yeah,
I'm an unknown legend. I'm one of the biggest unknown legends there is, but 40 is a known legend worldwide. So for that kind of support and that kind of brotherhood, it meant a lot to me, man.
And here's the thing. Obviously, I knew about you, but the world kind of didn't. You know what I mean? So he kind of brought you to the world when he mentioned you. I was surprised. I was like, oh, he said Mack Magic Mike and Calvin T. And now all these other people are like wondering, who is Mack Magic Mike? Who is Calvin T? So
I think that's the purpose right there. I think that's the whole point right there is to get artists like E40 and other legends from the Bay to speak on it. You know what I mean? To the origins of rap in the Bay Area, because for sure, me and Calvin T, we are the origins of rap in the Bay Area, as far as where we come from, along with Too Short and Freddie B. So to have other respected and renowned artists speak on it and pay homage to it, that does shed a lot of light to to fans worldwide. Like you say, like, who is these guys? And so that's the story of my legacy right now is revamping my name and rebuilding my brand with that support from other artists.
Right, right. Yeah, that's cool. And I would say you guys aren't. I always call you icons, not legends, because legends are only rumored to exist, where icons are actually, they do exist. You know what I mean?
Oh man.
So let's take it back, man. So obviously, you you said in an interview you were raised by all women. Talk about that. It's just funny to me because you being Magic Mike.
I didn't hear you. I didn't hear you.
I said you were saying in an interview that you were raised by all women. So, which is funny to me because I'm thinking like pimp, Mack Magic Mike.
Yeah. But like I said in the previous interview, like in the household I was raised in, it was all women. I was the only man. It was my mother, my grandmother, my auntie, my female cousin, and like I said, I had a twin sister that died at birth. So I was surrounded by women from birth, and no man in the household. So in that situation, it's either gonna work one or two ways. You either gonna learn from these females, and so game and become a sharper man and know how to deal with females on a certain level, or you gonna want to be like them. And I'm not knocking nobody, no preference, no lifestyle. I'm not knocking anybody. I'm not speaking down on anybody. I'm just saying, in that particular environment, where as a male being raised by all women, you can only turn out two ways. Like I said, you're either gonna be sharp and know how to deal with these females on every level, or you're gonna want to be like them. And I chose to be sharp.
Well, I think you might be the exception, not the rule, man, because a lot of these guys, they sort of adopt the female behavior where you kind of went the other way and took it and made game out of it.
That's my point right there, man. But if we want to get to the root of the shit, like it wasn't all peaches and cream being raised by females. Females are emotional creatures, and they deal with shit different than men do. So I went through some abuse shit. You feel me? I went through some abuse shit. Yeah, I went through some abuse shit, not just physically, but emotionally and mentally. Talking about with all these females in different mood swings and different heartbreaks and drugs and whatnot. So I was around a lot of shit, But I was raised to be mannerable and respectful. But the shit I was seeing for a young dude kind of fucked me up. And like I say, I left home at like right before my 14th birthday, and and shit. I just took to the only thing I knew how to do, and that's to play on the emotions of these females, man. And that's what turned into a young pimp in Richmond, man. Just out there lost, and doing the only thing I knew how to do, and that was pimp.
Well, what's crazy is because you said your mom was Jehovah's Witness, and what's interesting, how was it, man, growing up? All your friends were going to celebrate Christmas and Thanksgiving and all these holidays, and you guys didn't do that. I'm assuming.
Well, to be precise, like when I was younger, I'm talking about young, like before I was my first 2, 3, 4, 5. My mother wasn't a Jehovah's Witness. That's when I was going through some abuse shit and whatnot. But before that, I only remember that much. At 4 or 5, you only remember so much. Right. So I probably remember one Christmas with family members. But after I turned 5 years old, is when my mother found Jehovah and became a Jehovah's Witness. So that's what I remember growing up, is basically not celebrating Christmas and why I didn't celebrate Christmas. So my friends at that point was other Jehovah's Witnesses, so I didn't really miss nothing,
Okay, so it wasn't like it was being rubbed in, at school or something. Hey, we're gonna go home and have a turkey on Christmas.
I was different, man. I was a different youngster. Like I'm different now. I was a different youngster. It didn't take much. It didn't take much for me. Like I questioned a lot of shit. You feel me? Mm-hmm. So I was young before my mother became a Jehovah's Witness. I was already questioning Santa Claus and fat dude coming down chimneys and presents and reindeer flying through the air, and I was already questioning the validity of this shit as it is. Like, so I had my auntie went out, got married to a guy named Ronald Petty up out of Berkeley. He was a musician as well, and he was really into, the African studies and what African literature, and he explained to me, what Christmas derived from and who Saint Nicholas really was when I was real young. And so it didn't take much for me. I'm like, fuck Christmas. I don't want to celebrate that shit when I was young. So I was
Oh
already,
wow.
yeah, I was already convinced as a youngster. I had convinced myself that I didn't believe in Christmas. So, you couldn't break my heart with there's no such thing as Santa Claus. I know it ain't. I used to tell the kids that at school, and they used to get mad. Like, don't tell my baby there's no such thing as Christmas. I'm like, bitch, it ain't.
Man, well, that's funny. You should make a song about that. You know what
I
I mean?
should,
Like,
man.
like how you grew, like, man, I grew up before all the other kids, which you really did.
I really
Um,
did.
and one of the things, talk about running away from home at 14, man. That's an interesting story too.
That's beyond interesting, man. That shaped the narrative of my life right now. It's like that's crazy. I think about that all the time because I got 9 children right now, 5 grandchildren, and my kids are grown. And anything going wrong with my children, and I lose my mind.
Right.
So I cannot fathom the idea of my child, male or female, son or daughter, at the age of 14 leaving the house and never coming back. I don't know how I could deal with that. So I think about how I did it. And I remember because my mother passed away. And before she passed away, she told me that I broke her heart, literally. Like
Wow.
all those years I was gone, and she had to hear about my fame and hear about my name through the streets, through other people, not knowing where her baby was at. And she said I literally broke her heart, like leaving that young and never coming back because I'm her only child. So
Mm.
yeah, so yeah, that just talking about that there. I mean, it was a stupid decision on my behalf. You feel me? But
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
but life is what it is, and everything you go through it shapes you. So I had to go through that. That's what I had to go through to be who I am today. Could I went a different route and stayed at home and became a Jehovah's Witness and became a working man and raised a family with the yeah, but apparently that I wasn't meant to go that route. I was meant to go a whole nother route and be strong from a whole nother path. You feel me?
Right. Right. Well, talk about the incident that made you leave home.
Oh wow. Hey, it was crazy because this is when rap first started. Like this was in I think 1982. And my mother at this time I didn't really like want to go to the Kingdom Hall with the Jehovah's Witnesses meetings at this time. And I'm a teenager and I don't know. I'm living in Richmond, and I'm caught. At this time, I'm caught in between my mother and my ear, knowing the Bible, knowing the truth, knowing what God expects of us, and then I'm going to junior high in Richmond. I got to get on a bus in Richmond. I got to walk to the bus stop in Richmond. I'm exposed to a little bit of everything. So, now it's like smoking weed and hitting cigarettes and talking to females and Michael, come on, it's time to go to the meeting. Mama, not right. Not this time. Like, making up excuses like I'm sick or something. But mom finally caught on, like, you just don't want to go anymore. You done lost interest, but she can't, she wasn't trying to force me to or anything. So she goes one night and a female comes by and she really, really, really was coming by to see how I compose raps. The shit was just mind blowing to her when she heard me and Calvin T rap. So she wanted to see like, how do you do this? How do you put this together? And at this time, I wasn't really writing. I don't write raps. I just listen to a beat. What you call freestyling now? I just listen to a beat and just repeat verses over and over in my head until I think I got enough to make 16. That's how I was doing back then. So she wanted to just be there to witness the process. So I'm like, cool, come over. Mom's come back from the Kingdom Hall, sees her there, and flips. flips her wig, tells me, get this tramp out my house. I'm like, Mama, slow down. Like, you know what I mean? It's a young lady, like for real. She ain't a tramp, ain't no sexual shit going
Right.
on.
This is a kid,
She,
basically.
no, she was a kid. She was older than me. I
Right.
was about to be 14. I think she was like 15. But yeah, mom say like, get out of here. So I'm like, okay, come on, mom. I'm gonna walk you to the house. Get to the door, and mom like, I said, you get her out of here. You can't leave here. I'm like, Mama, it's dark outside. She live across the tracks. I'm merely finna walk her across the street, make sure she get in the house and come back, like a gentleman's supposed to do.
Right.
Mama's still working with emotions and mad. If you leave this house, don't come back. I'm a Capricorn. I'm stubborn as hell. I don't know what I was thinking, but I'm like, whatever. And I left with baby, took her to the house, spent a few nights with her. But I never,
Oh,
the moral of the story, I never came back.
that's
Never came.
wild.
Seeing my mother, got her blessings because I was staying at this point. I'm staying with my boy Calvin T and his mother, which is my godmother. Rest in peace to her and my mother. But Calvin T's mother wouldn't let me stay with her unless my mother knew where I was at, runaway or not. You gonna know where your son
Okay.
is at. So we had to go back to home to my mother and get her a blessing. She basically like, this is what you want to do. You want to be out here, and I'm like, I'm with a family, but she knew what it was. She knew, no structure. You basically get to do what you want to do and whatnot.
Right.
So I'm like, yeah. So she's like, you basically want to be grown, and I'm like, I'm good. So never came back home. And my mother told me before she passed, that's what basically broke her heart, not having her baby around all them years.
That was my next question. You just kind of answered it because I was going to say, didn't she call you up, call the police and say, my kid's missing? That's most of the time parents would do
Oh
that.
no, no, she did. But I was on the run basically my whole young childhood. I was in and out of everything. Felony warrants as a child. So yeah, her calling the police saying I'm missing is basically like, yeah, we looking for him too. Like telling, telling the police, could you look for my baby? And the police like, man, we've been looking for this fool. We'll continue to look for him. You know what I mean? And
Right.
that
The
is
APB's already been put out. You know what I
yeah,
mean?
been put out on some other shit, but he'll run away too. Okay, but yeah, that just worried her even more. Like to call the police looking for your son and to find out where we already looking for him for some other shit. That just worried her even more. And then I think when I turned 18 and 19, they raided her house looking
Oh,
for attempted murder, and they raided her house. And she like, I ain't seen my son in years, upon years, like, a couple years. And you raided my house, talking about he shot somebody, and it was broke her heart even more. So yeah, it was wild.
damn. So you were into a lot of shit,
Man,
in the streets.
I'm from Richmond, man. I grew up in the streets of Richmond, man. I was into everything you can possibly think of, man. It wasn't just the P shit, it was the G shit. It was the G shit before the P shit, to be exact, man. Yeah, man. For real, for real. Yeah, I mean, the pimp shit came kind of naturally because I was, a little light skinned dude, long hair. Females liked it, whatnot. So that shit, and I had a mouthpiece on me, so that shit came kind of naturally. But you got to survive in them streets. So, yeah, selling dope, hustling, popping con. When people say, "What is popping con?" Only an old head would know what con. The con
This
game,
game,
running the
con
con
game.
game. Yeah, running the con game, selling fake diamonds, like everything you could think of, selling fake jewelry, selling fake weed, like whatever it took to get some money back then. This is the early 80s, whatever you could do to get some money. Then when crack cocaine came out, you ain't had to search too many ways to get some money. That was the easiest way. So yeah, I was into a little bit of everything. Before I turned 16, I pretty much did and tried everything.
That's crazy because you talked too about a little bit of drug addiction that you had going for a minute, huh?
That's where it started as a youngster. Grown people allowing, enabling a young dude like myself to even be around this shit. I had nobody in my ear telling me, Lil Magic, write your raps and stay out these streets, go back to school, go home. I had nobody in my ear with that. Everybody in my ear was like, Young Magic, you a player, man, huh? Hit this Hennessy, player. Hey, little nigga, you wanna hit this joint? Hey, little nigga, get in the car with me, man. You wanna ride to the whole stroll with me? Like, who was 20 years, 23, 22 years old, telling a little 14-year-old dude, come get in the car and go to the whole stroke with me. Let me show you
Wow.
how I check bitches, man. And on the way, hit this Hennessy, man. You know what I mean? Then when I got like 16, you want to hit this powder? Yeah, hit this little nigga.
Oh
Like, you know what I mean?
shit.
It was fair game. Like you one of us. You living this grown life. Because at any time when I was 14, I was 15, 16, 17, at any time I had just as many, if not more, whores than the dudes I was with. And they was all older than me. I'm the youngest dude in the car.
That's
But
wild.
I got just as many whores as they do. Yeah, that shit
And you
was
became
wild.
9 hoes deep.
That's where it come from, man. It wasn't at one time. Not gonna put two on the ten and say it was nine at one time, but I was a youngster. That was before I wrote nine hoes deep before I was 16. So I was just basically naming nine hoes that I had up to that point. You know what I mean?
Those real chicks?
No, that was real. Them was real stories.
That's what I'm saying. Those are real stories.
Real stories. I put some flavor to it, but it was those were
Ah,
real stories. from,
like
like I can't even everything you thinking about in Nine O's Deep. Like I said, I put something on it, but those were real stories, real Buddha heads, the Benz getting flew back, the tied to the hood of the car in the rain, butt naked, doing donuts. That all that shit was real.
that's so you actually did make a chick drink piss.
Man, rest in peace, man. I hate to, I hate to talk about this. Rest in peace,
Come
man.
on, that's the line, man. Made her drink piss. She was downright sick. Then I whipped her with a hanger while she sucked my dick.
Real spill, man. Rest in peace. That was my son's mother, man. Yeah, yeah, that happened. That really happened.
Wow.
Yeah, yeah. I told him the story. He knows. I don't know if he hate me for it, but yeah, he knows about that shit because that really happened in real life. Some crazy
Whoa.
shit.
And you put it into a song, man. That's some wild shit.
I mean, and like I said before on a previous interview, everything me and Calvin was pretty much rapping about back then, we was living. I was living. That's what I was living. I didn't know how to write about no Adidas and no sweatsuits and no, bebop and hip hop. All I knew how to talk about is the shit I was living every day.
Well, and here's what was funny, and I hate this question normally because I find it to be just kind of a go-to question that interviews do. But when you were asked what your influences were, man, I loved your answer, and it totally fucked me up. I didn't expect it. So, who was the person or the people that influenced you musically?
Oh shit! It gotta be Johnny Guitar Watson. Far as mouthpiece, game, like people don't understand, bro. Johnny Guitar Watson was talking. He got a few songs. Yeah, he got some songs where he's singing, but for the most part, Johnny just played a beat, plucked that guitar, and just talked shit. And it was all some fly shit. You know what I mean?
Right,
And
right.
he delved into every topic that had something to do with a female, from a snake bitch to being in love with a bitch to being pussy whipped to wanting to settle down to everything. That's what Johnny Guitar Watson spit about, right? And so
Mm.
to me, him and Blowfly,
Ah, yes, I knew you mentioned Blowfly.
hey,
Yes,
that was the most shit talking this nigga
I
in the
love
history of
Blowfly.
shit talking, man, bro. Like I dissected that shit. It wasn't just cuss words, man. He was talking a gang of shit. So yeah, there was Blowfly and Johnny Guitar Watson was my early influences for rap. Because like I say, when me and Calvin first started rapping, it wasn't too much rap to be influenced by, other than we knew the Sugar Hill Gang. You know what I mean? We knew
Right.
rap light, but we talking 1982. It wasn't a whole lot of rap out. Yeah, I became a fan of a lot of East Coast rap after that. After I started rapping, like hell yeah, Big Daddy Kane, MC Light, MC Shan, Heavy D. You know what I mean? I was a fan of a lot of East Coast rap because, like I
Right.
said, it wasn't too much rap on the West Coast to be a fan of. And then when Ice T and Ice Cube and NWA and all that came out, I was a fan of the movement, but not the content. Cause like the gangster rap don't do it for me. I was always into the fly rap, talking to someone with content, spitting. You know what I mean? I wasn't living
Hmm.
that gang banging life and that blood and crip shit. So
So you
I
weren't
mean,
feeling that stuff. That's interesting.
no, I ain't gonna say I wasn't feeling it. I was a fan of them. I mean, I love the music, but I just wasn't. It wasn't my thing. Like I wasn't gonna play that and be inspired to go write a rap. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
I could listen to UTFO and Heavy D and be like, ugh, I'm gonna go write something. I'm gonna go make me some shit right now. You know what I mean? I listen to Easy E and be like, I'm hungry.
See, I would think it would be the other way around. Like, some of the stuff they were rapping about was almost too what's the word I'm looking for? Almost like bougie, where you couldn't relate. Like, damn, what the fuck? Dude's talking about Gucci underwear? The fuck? Did we lose him? We might have lost him. All right. While we lost him, let's jump into a track. We're going to hear this Jack Hustler that he did with, and I forget the dude's name, Reverend something. But we're going to get him back. And then when we do, we'll talk to you some more. So here we go.
Cold ass niggas, man. Nigga grind for his money, man. Feed his family. With the next man shady ass niggas, man.
It's the Jack. Hustler. It's the Jack. Why he had the Jack? I thought the nigga there was a hustler. It's the Jack. Hustler. It's the Jack. Why he had the Jack? I thought the nigga there was a hustler.
I'm on an all-night flight, got magic like Mike. How could I be racist? All that's in my pocket is white. Well, some green, some blue, some pink and they red. Old money, new money, small and big heads. But let's get back to the mic and let's get back to the flight. I was raised by OGs that was packaging white. I started hustling just cause I wanted some mics. Oh yeah, I wanted some Nikes, some Jordans gave me some might. Was a shorty but them 23s gave me some height. I dropped 50 down the car and he gave me some ice. I got some hitters with me, play with me, you play with your life. Oh, I was stumped down for real, told her singing like Ike. From your stomach anime, I need 1,000 a night. I'm from the projects, I grew up in housing, alright? Now I live in the hills, I'm surrounded by white. Mobbing like the hustler, doing it for Jack for life.
It's the Jack. Hustler. It's the Jack. Why he had the Jack? I thought the nigga there was a hustler. It's the Jack. Hustler. It's the Jack. Why he had the Jack? I thought the nigga there was a hustler.
When I was coming up, you had that crap, better knuckle up. Now it's double B dumb bang, better buckle up. We out swim with sharks, it get ugly, we gon' huddle up. My youngest make a spill, nigga don't cry, clean a puddle up. I take a L, I don't whine, I run it back and double up. Keep my foot in the goat throat, no fake gloat, no cuddle up. Numbers ain't numbers if you ain't a boss tryna bubble up. Emulate my Mac and you proactive, match your muscle up. Off the porch at 13, no cap, pimp the local slut. Not before a sister tricked me out, my swipe with bubble butt. Like my tequila titties, the same way in a double cup. From the bay like Tayway say, ayy, bout to fuck it up. Gang that got more gutter in the trenches, ain't no luckin' up. Know the secret, keep my business secret, main and hush it up. Get a bag, keep that thing, make my moves, run it up. I ain't no bust about to let no sucker jack my hustle up.
It's the Jack.
Now.
Hustler. It's the Jack. Why he had the Jack? I thought the nigga there was a hustler. It's the Jack. Hustler. It's the Jack. Why he had the Jack? I thought the nigga there was a hustler.
All right, we found him. He's back from the dead.
Oh man.
So, what were we talking about? Oh, I was just saying, man, that it seems like some of that East Coast rap almost would be too difficult for you to relate to, being what you were living and what you were going through. I mean, you guys were in a totally different lane than like a Dougie Fresh or any of them cats.
Yeah, but you gotta understand, I'm living that pimp, that player, that lifestyle. So the shit that you was calling bougie, you know what I mean? We was like, I could relate to it because that's how, I was dressing. I was dressing in Pierre Cardin in the early '80s. Motherfuckers don't know who Pierre Cardin even is. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
I was shopping out of National Geographic magazines, man. I was looking for high price Italian suits, man, and snakeskin and eel-skin boots and shit. You know what I'm talking about? As a teenager. So yeah, Gucci draws, all that shit. I knew what Gucci and Prada was before anybody in this generation or the generation before. You know what I mean? We talking early '80s. I knew about this shit because I was trying to stay fly. So yeah, I could relate to all this shit that they was talking about on the East Coast.
Man, okay. So that makes sense. So you guys were street cats, but you had expensive taste.
That part, that whole ass part. Oh man.
So you hooked up with Calvin T originally in juvenile hall?
Yeah, yeah. That's where I met my people, man. That's my brother, man. Met him in
Wow,
juvenile hall. Yeah,
man.
we was there for different shits, but I guess I was rapping. I had already been making raps before I got to juvenile hall. So when I got to juvenile hall, that was the only thing I had to pass the time is perfect my raps and make some more, or just talk some more hip shit. And Calvin T heard me spitting it one day, and he was like, "Well, you a fool with that shit." Like,
Hmm.
you know what I mean? Like, you a fool with it. I done heard some rapper, but you a fool with it. You know what I mean? Like, bro, like I be trying to get down too. Like, you know what I mean? We got the chopping it, and he influenced the police, the COs in the little juvenile hall. He influenced them. Like, man, I'm in the cell by myself. He in the cell by himself, man. So for this little break while we go in there, can we go in the cell together? And they wasn't with it at first. And Calvin like, bro, all we doing is composing, we writing. You know what I mean? We on some artistic shit. We ain't trying to cause no trouble. And they went for it. You feel me? And we went in there, man. And crazy. We only had an hour, but we came out of there with two whole raps. It was just like we jailed immediately. Like, you know what I mean? It was like the yin yang. Like, I spit two bars and he finished it with two bars. And you know what I mean? He finishing my sentence before I could finish the bar. He'll finish it. I'm like, yeah, yeah, yeah. You know what I mean? We just connected. We jailed immediately. Yeah, that's my brother. Like, he'll tell you right to this day I'm his favorite rapper, but he just don't know he my favorite rapper, man. Because motherfuckers, they sleep on Calvin T. They know about Magic Mike to some degree because I've been out there a little bit more as far as releases and compilations and short films and shit like that. You know, I'll be building my brand a little bit more on social media. So they heard of Magic Mike and seen Magic Mike to some degree, but don't know who Calvin T is like that. Calvin is one of the rawest rappers ever. So when you hear E40 talk, like you know what I mean, like he was flabbergasted when he first heard us. That shit is real because I used to hear Calvin T and be flabbergasted myself, and vice versa. So that's why we were so potent and so dope together because he was the rawest I ever heard at that time, and I was the rawest he had ever heard at that time. You know what I mean? So that's why we hit it off so fast in the streets when they start hearing us together.
I'm surprised you guys never became a group.
I used to say that again.
I said I'm surprised you guys never became a group.
I mean, no, that's how we started. It was I was never solo. It didn't get solo till hella years later. It was always Magic Mike and Calvin T. We every
Ah,
release was us together. Yeah, it wasn't just two dudes rapping solo. It was Magic Mike and Calvin T. When it first started in the '80s. Yeah, it was both of us. And when you got a release, it was both of us. Then once we started going to the pen and going in and coming out at different times, that's when it became like you might see Calvin and he got some Calvin T for you. You know what I mean? You see Magic Mike and Magic Mike could get on his compilation and whatnot. But when we first started off, I say the first 7, 8 years of the '80s, it was always Magic Mike and Calvin T and Magic Mike together. Yeah.
actually, it's funny. You did tell a story about how you and Calvin T sort of were on the same bus with Too Short and Freddie B. You guys
That
were kind of
that
doing the same
that
thing.
that was matter of fact. I'm so glad you brought that up so I can clear the air and get that correct. Because back then, I forgot what year it was. It was before 1984 for sure. So it had to be 83. And like I said, I didn't know who Too Short was back then. You know what I mean? I heard of his name. I heard Too Short rapping. You heard them boys up out of Oakland, Too Short and Freddie B. I'm like, yeah, I ain't heard him. Calvin T put me up on it. He like, you ain't heard that boy Too Short? I'm like, no, no. And I heard, one of his underground raps, and he was hollering bitch. I'm like, okay, this boy talking shit, but I didn't know who he was. This before any blow up or anything. So the encounter on the back of the bus going from Richmond to Oakland, 72P, that's the name of the bus. My Richmond folks know, my Oakland folks know. That was actually Freddie B because he had a boom box with him. And I thought that was Too Short. It was Freddie B.
Hmm.
And but he was already spitting his rap. I already had one on deck. So when he finished, I just clapped in and started spitting mine. And when I was finished spitting mine, the whole bus was like in awe, like God damn, clapping like yeah, like you know what I mean. So so yeah, it was like I was on some high power shit way back then because most cats was nursery rhyme rapping, not to down anybody, and knock anybody, flavor or style. But back then you gotta understand, rap was early, and it was a whole lot of nursery rhyme rapping, just rhyming to be rhyming, but the context. What are you talking about? Like, the substance.
Right,
So
right.
that me and Calvin T is ahead of our time because the substance was ahead of its time. You know what I mean? We was talking some shit that grown dudes had never experienced, let alone teenagers. You feel me?
Right. Yeah. Definitely ahead of your times for sure. So it was just Freddie B on that bus, and then
Yeah, Freddie
kind of.
B. It was Freddie B that encountered my thanks to my boy Calvin T. He let me know that wasn't Too Short. That was Freddie B.
Oh, okay. Okay. I just happened to think the two of them were on the bus. You guys were on the bus. That's what it sounded like to me.
But
Like the
back then,
two.
but no, he was with somebody, but I guess it just wasn't Too Short. Too Short spoke on it. I guess it wasn't Too Short. It was Freddie B, whoever he was with, his crew, whoever he was with at the time, and it was just me and Calvin T. But at the same time, that happened. It was mostly Freddie B and Too Short together, and they used to rap all up and down the streets of Oakland and on the bus and in parties and right, down the way in Richmond, me and Calvin T was doing the same thing. So it was a big discussion on who started first. And like I told my people, I can honestly say, but when I first started rapping, there was no other rapper that I can think of. The only rapper that I ever heard of when I started rapping was Too Short and Freddie B. Them were the only dude's name I ever heard. So when you get the question comes about who started Bay Area rap, it got to be Too Short, Freddie B, Magic Mike, and Calvin T, because there was no other rappers. And they just had a podcast in San Francisco, History of the Bay podcast, and the panel was Too Short. The panel was supposed to be Too Short, Magic Mike and Calvin T, Be Legit, Rapping Forte, but I couldn't make it due to some health issues. So we finna double back on that and get that back cracking. So me and Too Short can air that out, for the world to know. You feel me?
Right. I'm actually surprised you and Too Short never did a track together.
Man, that's gonna come out. It's a whole lot behind that. It's a whole lot behind that. I don't know if a lot of people know in the Bay, but a lot of people worldwide don't know about this. When Too Short came with a song back in the days, you should be getting it while the getting is good.
Right.
That was a song. That song blew up. But one of the verses say, "Get your money, don't be like Calvin."
Oh, you know what? I thought
And
he was talking about Snoop because Snoop's name was Calvin Brodus.
but you gotta understand. Come on now, think about it. Let's really think about it.
Calvin T, huh?
No, think about it. We're gonna X that out.
Okay.
There was no such thing as Snoop Dogg when that song came out.
I think it was because it was 96.
What? No, not that. Getting it while the getting is good.
Yep, that was 96. I remember that. That was my junior year in college.
Yeah.
I remember.
Well, in the Bay Area, everybody immediately thought or had the inclination that he was talking about Calvin T.
Right.
And so me and my boy E40, because we was trying to, mend the situation because Calvin and Short don't too much get along. So we was trying to mend that situation. 40 was like, I'm gonna holler at Too Short, man, and you holler at Calvin, and we gonna try to sit down and have us some lunch, dinner or something, and see if we can't all get on a song, man. Get this shit straightened out, man, and represent. And so, I wanted to make that happen. So I asked 40. Me and 40 talked the same thing, we talking about right now. Like, who was he referring to when he said that in that verse? And according to Short, he said he was talking, and it didn't make no sense to me, but he said he was talking about a neighborhood dope fiend in Oakland named Calvin.
Oh.
I'm like, how everybody's supposed to know what Calvin you talking about? I didn't too much bite into it because I'm like, how many people supposed to just know you talking about that Calvin? We don't know that Calvin.
Right. Who's Calvin? It was just a guy in the street. You know what I mean?
everybody knew Calvin T had a drug problem, back then. So we automatically assumed he was talking about, what I mean, get your money out this rap shit and don't be like Calvin. And so if you're talking about Snoop, like back then, Snoop didn't have no issues. You feel me? And
Right,
that
right.
Snoop had no issues back then. So to be able to where you could be to make that kind of statement, get your money and don't be like Snoop.
Right.
Snoop was getting,
Snoop was getting
getting
money.
you feel what I'm talking about? So
Yeah.
yeah,
Somebody
that was a little rumor, but I don't know how true it is. So
That's
I,
interesting because a friend told me, oh, he's talking about Snoop. So I just took it, oh, okay, Snoop, Calvin Brodus. All right. But
yeah.
now that you kind of bring another side to this, I didn't realize he was going at Calvin T.
Yeah, and it's been like a lightweight animosity ever since then, man. Them dudes ain't really seen eye to eye since then. We've been trying to work the kinks out of that little shit right there for some years now, man. You know what I'm saying? Just so, man, maybe we can do a song together before, cause lightweight's on nobody, man. This shit is moving fast, and we getting older. So,
Right.
like, can we get a song? You know what I mean? Matter of fact, I'm gonna get at 40, see if we can get back on that topic, man. Try to get that cracking, man.
Hey, it would be nice because now
That'd be
Calvin's doing his
classic.
thing, you know?
Yeah, yeah, that'd be classic right there.
Wow. I'd love to hear a track like that.
Hell
You,
yeah.
Calvin, and Too Short. Wow. Or even Freddie B. I'm sure Freddie B occasionally is dropping some stuff, huh?
I don't know. I haven't heard from Freddie B in years upon years, man. I
Ah,
love it from Freddie B. I ain't heard from Freddie B since like early '90s. I ain't heard nothing from Freddie B or heard about him at the for that
yeah, I
matter.
think the last thing I heard was on Cocktails. He brought Freddie B on a track.
Yeah, that's the last I heard.
Yep.
That's the last I heard of Freddie B right there. That right there on that Cocktails album. Yeah.
Hmm. Man. Well, hopefully, man, you guys can make something pop because I think you guys are all too big. You guys are definitely icons of the Bay. So something has to come out of that, man.
I hope so too, man. I hope so too, man. For surely. Because that would be a classic banger, man. To end, you know what I mean? To seal the deal right there, man. Too Short and 40, they had their career. They definitely had their turns. And
Right.
while me and Calvin T, you know what I mean, we might not have the run that they had. We can definitely have our turn too. Like, you know what I mean? As long as I'm able to breathe and pop this shit out my mouth, I can have my turn. Like it's too late to have a run that my brothers 40 and Short had, but yeah, me and Calvin T damn sure deserve a turn.
Absolutely. So there's a big. So you dropped your "What I Want Out of Life." That was like what 88,
That was 1988, yeah.
88. Okay, and that was just a 4-song EP. Although I'm always wondering, were you going at was it Michael Jordan? Whoever's
Huh?
making the beer commercials, Mike make or what'd you say, Magic or the
No,
Magic
no, no.
Johnson? Sorry,
They had a beer called St. Ides,
I remember
and
saying
it was
that.
yeah, and it was they had a commercial that they used to have, and it was a dude named Magic. I think he called himself Magic or Magic Mike for that matter. You know what
Oh,
I mean? Yeah, but this was way back then, so I had to let it be known, bro. You gotta kill that shit. I'm the real Magic nigga.
I thought you were talking about Magic Johnson or somebody. That's the problem. Us, us people sitting at home, we make our little, assumptions and things.
Yeah, no, that was some bass shit right there, man. Because I didn't know how far it went. I just heard the St. Ives commercial. I knew they was drinking St. Ives everywhere. So I'm thinking everybody hearing this dude on these St. Ives commercial hollering about his name Magic, and I was just like, hold on, bro. I got this bass shit sold up with this Magic, man. So I just cut that in at the end of the. Was that Nine Holes Deep? What song was
After Nine
that?
Hoes Deep. Yep,
Yeah,
yep.
the Nine Holes Deep. Yeah, I'm the real Magic. No, bro. Oh
Yeah.
man,
I was like, where did that come from? Well,
that's where that came from.
there's another rapper, Magic Mike out of Miami, that I've
Oh, that's
somebody
not
was
a
showing.
rapper. You talking about DJ Magic Mike?
DJ, yeah, that's the guy out of Miami. Yep.
I have much respect, bro. That's not he passed that. He get a pass. That's a whole nother dude, man. He responsible for that southern bass, man. But he distinctive with his name. It's DJ Magic Mike. So ain't no confusing Mac Magic Mike with DJ Magic Mike. This is a dude. He not really a rapper. He just make them beats and get other cats to rap on it. He might spit a hook or something, but he was known for his beats more so than rapping. So yeah, I ain't never had a problem with that. DJ Magic Mike, much respect to him, man. He a legend himself.
Okay. Okay. So that was the man, CNC Records. Was that just something you guys were doing out the garage, or what? What was the deal with that?
It was yeah, that was my folks' name, the CNC Records. I had nothing to do with the name of the record company, but it was no, they was paying big dollars for studio time back then. Like we started off in my homeboy's condominium in Hilltop, Richmond. And, you know what I mean? We just in the living room of his condominium with some equipment. That's where it started off at. But then they was like, nah, we got to get Magic in the studio. So yeah, we went to a studio in San Francisco, Alpha and Omega Studios. And I guess I was the first rapper to ever record in a studio before. They never heard of any rapper inside the building. They didn't. They really
wow.
didn't know. Yeah, they didn't really know what rap was. They just had rock bands in there. You know, some punk rock bands and some rock bands. And so when I got up in there recording, they walking down the hallway, and one of the guys heard me and was like, "What? Like, bro, what? Like, what is that? Like, I like that. What is that?" I'm like, "That's rap." He's like, "Rap?" I'm like, "You ain't never heard rap?" And
Wow.
he like, "I just did just now." Yeah, he went back into his room, introducing me to everybody. He's like, "Hey, this guy's a rapper. Like, he raps," and they like rap, and he had everybody come listen to my song. I think it was what was it? What I Want Out of Life. That's what I want. My man, yeah, he came listen to What I Want Out of Life, and they was just like, "Wow, you made this." They was just flabbergasted by rap. So
That's
yeah,
crazy. You think in the
that's
music industry they would know. You know what I mean?
you gotta understand. This was the beginning. This was like there wasn't a lot of rap like that. You know what I mean? To rap heads, yeah, you looking for the next rap to come out. You
Right.
know what I mean? For you a rock
Hmm.
head, you waiting on the next rock song to come out. So you know, I wasn't. I'm a rapper. I wasn't listening to rock. So you feel me? And rock been out since the beginning of music.
Oh,
You
of
feel what I'm
course.
saying?
Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely.
Rap was relatively new. So for a rock and roll band not to know rap back then was feasible. You feel me? They just wasn't exposed to it at that point.
Huh. Interesting. Yeah. I guess so. It was kind of strange for them. Like, what? The guy's
Yeah.
talking?
So, but at least they liked it. I was glad they liked it.
Yeah, they were digging what you were doing. So it's like, man, you
Yeah.
you got some props from some probably some heavy metal heads or something. You know what
Yeah,
I mean?
ain't no telling who they was, who they became. I don't know who they was. I don't remember. I just know they was cool.
It'd be funny because you said you were in Frisco. It'd be funny if it was like them dudes from Journey or some shit.
That's what I'm saying. Like some real famous rock band recording in Frisco. That'd be crazy.
Right. And I'm sure a bunch do. So, so you dropped that and you guys were just selling that out of the trunk, that What I Want Out of Life album?
No. What I want out of life, what were we doing with the cassettes? Yeah, we was out the trunk. We was out the trunk of the car. We was
Okay.
out the trunk of the car, and our moms and pops. We immediately we had already set the hype. Moms and pop stores in Richmond had already knew who Magic Mike and Calvin, well, who Magic Mike was, because that was a solo thing. They had already knew me. They had already heard me rap. They knew I was a neighborhood name. Like in Richmond, everybody knew my name. Everybody knew my rap. So when I came to the record stores, like be ready. I'm gonna come out with this cassette. They was already waiting on it. So yeah, we had boxes out the trunks of the car. We must have sold. We came out Juneteenth festival. We came out. That's the first day it came out,
Oh,
and we
wow.
we must have sold over 2,000 cassettes in the
Damn,
first
just at this one night, at this one event?
just one day. Yeah, yeah. I was wanted. Like
Whoa.
I told you, I was wanted. I was wanted for attempted murder, and I came and I came out to perform at the Juneteenth festival anyway,
Oh
knowing
shit.
there was police everywhere, and ended up getting pulled over by the police. And basically, they was looking for me, but they didn't know who I was by face. So I had a bulletproof vest on. They wanted to know. Richmond police wanted to know why I had a bulletproof vest on. And one of my young folks just went into character mode and was like, "You don't know? This is Magic. This is Richmond's star. Like he's a big performer. Like we blessed to have him. Like we got to protect him." And the police like, "Who?" And he just said, "Pop the trunk." And when they popped the trunk, it was like 20 boxes of cassette tapes. And they was like, "Okay, so okay, I guess they telling the truth." And they ended up making clearing a barricade they had set up. They went from pulling us over to wanting to check the car to listening to our spiel, looking at the cassettes, hearing who I was, moving the barricade and letting us through, just us. Like, okay, you guys, go ahead.
And you're
Damn.
still wanted for murder at this point, but they let you go.
Exactly. I'm a wanted man. They just let me go.
Wow. That's great, man. That's an awesome.
That shit was crazy.
But they obviously caught up to you at some point, though, huh?
Yeah. They caught up to me.
Man.
Man.
And that's why we didn't hear from you for so long, right? Like, where it was a
10
big.
years. 10 years. I had to go do. I sat down for 10. Well, I sat down for 5, and then after that, it was like a violation after violation, and every violation was a year with no cut, a straight year from one day to the next year that day. You feel me?
Right.
And I was wondering why they did me like that. And it was like, it was basically because I had beat the attempted murder. So anything that I got caught with or anything I did, the DA was going to make sure she prosecuted me to the fullest because I beat the attempted murder 2 times in a row and they wasn't feeling that. So they like, this little dude a little too slick for us. He stayed on the run for years, and then when we finally catch him, he beat the case 2 times. So they wasn't feeling that.
Oh, that had to piss them off.
Yeah, so I ended up getting a book for bullshit, a gun, some weed. Ended up getting 10 years, giving the people 10 years, 7 months, 9 days.
Wow. And is it true, man, in prison, like the guards will fuck with you, like when you're sleeping, they'll make noises, in the hallways to kind of wake you guys up?
Guards go out, COs go out their way to make life as comfortable as they can for you. If, it depends. It's just like on the streets. It's just like in the world. If you're an asshole, you're an asshole. Like, that's why I don't believe in that racial shit, because I don't give a fuck what color you are. You know what I mean? If you're a good dude, you're a good dude. If you're an asshole, you're an asshole, no matter what color you are. You feel me?
Right. Oh, yeah. Definitely.
Same thing in the penitentiary. You got some guards that was cool, came to get their money, and damn near did shit to make life easier for you. And then you got your asshole police that you could tell they was bullied in school and no attention, and so they come in there and they this big bad wolf in there, and they try to make life as uncomfortable for you as they can. You trying to sleep, make noise, banging bars, laughing, playing music loud at 4 in the morning, all kind of shit. Whatever they can do to just upset life for you. They got assholes that do that in there for sure.
Wow. And there's no recourse for you guys, obviously. You can't say, like, I know that was Sergeant Johnson, Man,
they all work together, man. They all work together. You can try, but it ain't gonna do no good, man. They on the same team in there.
Wow.
You can't win. Ain't no winning in there. Just what I did is just mind my business. Mind my business. Polite, cool, cordial to everybody. You know what I mean?
Did you have to?
Go ahead.
You have to pick a car while you were in there?
I was Richmond. I was the Richmond car.
Richmond car. Okay.
What? I mean, you had other factions trying to get me in because I was so smooth. I was so smooth with how I got down in there that you had other factions, other gangs, whatever you want to call it, groups, prison gangs, getting in my ear trying to get me to. I'm like, nah, but I'm from Richmond, so whatever penitentiary I went to, automatically the Richmond car. And as soon as I landed off the bus, the whole Richmond car knew I was there.
So yeah. Richmond had its own car. Like, this is a city.
No. Hold on, for real. Hold on. Let me speak on that. And this can be verified by hundreds of thousands of individuals, inmates, past and present. Richmond is a car in any penitentiary. Any penitentiary. And listen, I done been to the penitentiary where it's only 7 to 10 Richmond dudes on the whole yard. And guess what?
It's its own car.
Problems. Richmond gonna hold it down, and every other faction gonna respect it. They gonna be like, okay, Richtown, your folks over there. It's like they know whether it's Crip, Blood, whatever, Aryan Brotherhood. They know them Richmond boys, them Richmond cats. That's a Richmond car. Period.
Wow. So even if you came to Nevada and you went to a prison,
I'm looking for somebody from the Bay car off top. I'm looking for the Bay car. The Bay Area car. Who from the Bay? Cali, who from the Bay? Okay. Now we're gonna break it down. Who from Richmond? I'm fucking with the Bay Area, Richmond. I really can't speak on what I would do in now because I'm not going to nobody's penitentiary, and it's a whole different code, a whole different game up in there now. So I don't know what I'd do now.
Right.
I don't know how they get down in there now. But if it was back then, that's what I'd do. I'm seeking out the Bay, and then from there, I'm breaking it down to Richmond.
So you got released in what, 97, 96?
96 grams, 97, 96. I went back 96, 97, 90. I got off parole in 98,
Okay.
97. Now I got out in 96 and went right back. And then
Oh,
I finally paroled. I did all my time. I ain't had no more parole. I did all my time so I can get out without parole. And I think that was in 98.
because I know you were on a song with Young Pone, actually on the title track.
That's my people. That's
Down
my
for
young
whatever.
bull. That's my young bull, man. Yeah. Shout out to Young Pone, man. That Chico Capone, man. One of the rawest rappers, bro. Just can't stay home, bro. That Pone, yeah, he was dope as hell, for surely.
Where's he at now? We don't hear anything from him anymore. I don't think.
Still locked up.
Oh, he's locked up. Oh,
Yeah, he in behind the federal walls, man. I heard he was coming home, but I haven't heard anything lately yet. Pone been down.
oh, okay, okay, man, that's too bad. He dropped one album and that's it. He's gone. So
I mean, shit, he had just got out from doing like 10 years when he dropped that album, and then went right back and been down for like 15 since.
wow, wow. Well, it was cool that he at least thought to throw you on a track. At least,
Oh
you know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah, that's my people, man. You know what I mean? He came to my block, and my block embraced him, man, with open arms, man. So yeah, he was a Magic Mike fan as a kid. So yeah, when for real, Paul was a Magic Mike fan as most Richmond dudes were fans as kids. So he was a little dude here in Magic Mike when he was growing up. So to grow up and be like, you know what I mean? My block embraced him. We peoples now. You get on my album, fuck yeah, I get on your album, man. You know what I mean? You my folks, man. So you know what I mean? That was big for him.
Right, right. Well, it's like everything, where shit. I remember listening to your music when Renaissy turned me on to it.
Oh man, my boy Renaissy. Shout out Renaissy, man.
Renaissy, man. Yeah, Renaissy showed me your song over the phone. I was like, man, this dude who is this guy? He was like, yeah, Magic Mike. He's from Richmond. And I'm like, oh, this shit is raw. So, it was one of those things. Now I finally got you on my podcast. I'm like,
See how the game work, man. You see how the game work, right? Full circle. You hear me?
I love it. Love how it works.
Yes, sir.
Getting so yeah, Young Pone. What about a guy named Nate Fox, man?
That's another one of my young bulls, man, for my block, man. That's family right there. Nate Fox, man. Yeah, I named him Nate Fox. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, it's not his real name?
I mean, no, that's not his real name. I'm saying I gave him that rap name, Nate Fox.
Oh,
Street name. That wasn't his name is Nate, but he wasn't Fox. I named him Nate Fox. It was another rapper from Richmond named Nate Fox. And we went to one of his shows. He had a little show in Richmond, and we went. And I met him. It's kind of crazy. I met him. He had a nice little rap out, but I met him in person. And when I met him, it was like on some nerd shit. Like, this can't be who I be listening to. This can't be him.
okay.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I ended up barbecuing dude, like talking like, bruh, you on some weird shit, my nigga. Like the next day, I just told Nate, I'm like, bro, you know what, man? Fuck dude, bro. Your name is Nate Fox from now on. And that shit stuck. He been Nate Fox since then, man.
Okay, so that was another guy that you just kind of said, man, we're just going to go ahead and swipe his name.
Yeah.
Because this dude's not going to do shit if we take it.
Yeah.
Wow.
I just took that dude's name and just put a stamp on it, man. Like Magic, I name pretty much all my people. I give them a nickname. And then that name stuck. I'm like, bro, fuck that. I ain't finna be thinking of no nickname for you, bro. You Nate Fox, bro. And this was like 30 years ago, 30-something years ago. And and to this day, he's still Nate Fox.
What's crazy is a lot of Richmond rappers have your swag. Like if you listen to even Nate Fox, brother was hot, son. Kind of that same feel. And then
Oh,
Lil Rick too. What that
yeah,
is? That sounds like some
yeah.
shit you would say.
I'm saying that's all my young everybody and Lil Rick, Nate Fox, AOB, my boy Last the boy, man, my boy Harm from the Rich, man, like
Oh,
all you know what I mean? Like, yeah, these Harm and a lot of people don't know that Filthy Phil was my protege, bro. Like I started him to, like getting into this rap shit for real. You know what I mean? And
huh.
a lot of these dudes was young and heard me and Calvin T, but didn't have the balls to step to like, man, let me try to get up under. Like, let me, I want to do this.
Right.
But Harm and Filthy Phil, they was like, yeah, they wasn't scared to holler, man. Like, fuck with me on this rap shit, man. Like, tell me if I'm doing something wrong. And, yeah, so I'm like, all them dudes was influenced by me and Calvin back then.
Filthy Phil, man, I interviewed him years ago. I guess he has a barber shop now, or had a barber shop at the
Yeah,
time.
yeah, barbershop, yeah.
So, and he's, I guess, doing the rock. Well, last he said he wanted to go into rock and do some more rock type shit. So I don't know how is he doing, man? Because that's been a minute, like 20
I,
years since
you talking about Filthy Phil?
Filthy Phil. Yep.
Man, I just found Filthy Phil on Facebook probably about 2, 3 months ago, and just going on his page, the vibe I got was the same thing. He more into some rock music, like soft rock, like on some other. He on a whole nother vibe, man. Rap ain't nowhere in the picture at all. So yeah, I don't know how he doing it. As personally, he looked good on Facebook, so I'm hoping he doing well.
I'll be interested to hear some of that stuff because it would be a departure from what what
The
I know him
norm,
for.
the normal, yeah, exactly. What we all know him for, yeah. It'd be something different from the normal, yeah. But yeah, it was different for sure. He for sure not messing with no rap right now.
Wow. Wow. Yeah. Because this was 2008, I think, when we interviewed him. So, it was cool. And I heard you mention Alamo, man, my boy Alamo.
That's my people, man. Shout out Rodney Alamo, man. Disco Alamo, man. One of
Disco
the
out.
yeah. When I first started rapping, me and Calvin first started rapping. Like I said, I hadn't heard of no other rappers, but Disco Alamo and my boy Clint Flint, they was rapping up out of Richmond. At the time, I was just writing raps, just writing my raps. You know what I mean? Just keeping them in my head, just composing, just making sure I had some raps on deck.
Right.
I wasn't just going around spitting them. This is before me and Calvin was just actually selling hella tapes. And I remember hearing Clint Flint and Disco Alamo. They had some folders with their raps inside, and they was just at the county building in Richmond spitting it to a whole bunch of people. And this is white people they were spitting it to. So to get some white people and stand on the stairs and listen to you rap back then was wild to me. You feel me?
So that
And
stopped them. They actually were transfixed on that music. Like,
trans
well,
like that just like 15, 20 people just stopped on the stairs to listen to him. And at the time, I had a juvenile case, and my mother made sure I showed up, to get the court shit out the way. So I'm at court, coming out the courtroom, and I seen that, and I was just like transfixed on it too. Like these dudes is really spitting, and they really listening. And from that day forward, that's what I told Alamo, I told Clint Flint that they the ones that influenced me to want to put raps out, not just rap. Like everybody had to hear this shit. When I seen that, I'm like, everybody got to hear some Magic Mike and Calvin T from this day forward. And that's when we
right.
should start putting our tapes out, going block to block, hood to hood.
Man, that's why I wish you guys would have more of an internet presence. Because it seems like when I Google for you guys, it's really hard to find a lot of music and anything about you guys, really. You and Calvin T.
And that's crazy. That's crazy work. I mean, right now you could pretty much right now if you do it now. You know what I mean? You got something you can work with now because I just asked AI Meta about myself and found out some shit I forgot. So yeah, you can find out some shit now. You know what I mean? And YouTube, I got some shit up, some content up. Calvin T been putting up content faithfully for the last year. So if you
Hmm.
go check out Calvin T, you'll see a side of Calvin T you never knew existed, especially if you don't know him at all. Because Calvin T got a page out now where he on YouTube every day, damn near. So it's good to see him putting up some content.
Oh, I got to go look at his page.
Oh yeah, yeah. You're gonna hear stuff you never heard. You're gonna see stuff you never heard. He got some gospel on there because he trying to get
What?
yeah, yeah, no, for real, for real. But it's still Calvin T. Like even spitting gospel is still Calvin T. He's still spitting game. He just telling you what's real. And like you out here fucking up, you better give your life to God. He really spitting it. It ain't your regular gospel. You know what I mean? Like I'm not saying he turned gospel rapper. I'm saying he got some gospel content where he's still spitting it like Calvin T.
Man, as shout out to my boys Lonzo and Dusty that do a podcast, but they have an acronym for GAME, and it's Grown Ass Man Enlightenment.
Oh man, oh man,
So,
oh man.
that's what it was, man. He's spitting game, grown ass man enlightenment.
Exactly. Exactly, man. Just like OG. OG ain't got nothing to do with no gangster or no original. OG means you offer guidance, man. If you're in a position to offer guidance to the young bulls, man, and help them be a better version of you, then that's what it's supposed to be, man. That's what OG is to me.
Right, right. Helping people grow,
Exactly.
that's what that is. Speaking of growth, so you obviously, kind of got out of that pimp shit and sort of changed your life around, became a dad, became a family man. Talk about that a little bit.
Oh well, shit. I mean, I've been on that page. Pimp shit been out the way. You know what I mean? I've been a father for the longest, man. My oldest is 39. Shit, it's my baby
What?
four. Yeah, my oldest daughter is 39. But yeah, I got all my kids is grown except for my one baby. She's 13. But yeah, recently just went through divorce. I was, married for 20 years and raising my children. But that had, just being a father, being a family man, it brings a whole different perspective on life, man. Like, you know what I mean? The shit I rap about that I was rapping about then, I was living like I say. But the shit I rap about now is just you know what I mean? It's basically, I'm not, people's like, why you not coming out with the pimp shit, Magic? Man, I'm like, bro, I'm 56 years old. I'm not pimping on nothing. So why would I, why would I project that shit in my raps right now? You know what I mean?
Right.
I'll spill some game on how you can go about it, how you can avoid the mistakes of being looking like a sucker while trying to do it. You know what I mean? But I ain't gonna just advocate for that shit now. Stop in my raps. My raps more is about having fun, getting some money, man, and being real about yourself, man. You know what I'm saying? Or just real shit that I'm doing or been through, like the song, like you play with me in E40, huh, man? That's just where I come from. That's who I am. I started this shit, me and Calvin T. You feel me? They don't give
Right.
us enough respect, so that's what that song is about. You feel me?
Right, man. There's a point where seems like your fans are your worst enemy. They don't want you to grow.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's what it be. They gotta understand this now. I'm not in that same realm, man. You know what I mean? That's what you heard me rap about while I was doing it, but now I'm being a man, so that's all I can rap about now is being a grown ass man. Life is life, and nigga, I'm gonna rap about this shit.
Right. Well, I remember being that kind of guy, you know what I'm saying, where I would say, oh man, Cube's getting soft. Oh, Pac's getting soft, and it's just like, man, dude, these guys are
What's your
growing up.
word? Yeah, I was just gonna say, what's your word? Growing. They growing. And that shit gotta reflect in your music. If you growing as a person, it gotta reflect in your music. You know what I mean? You can still be hip, still spill game. Like we just spilled the meaning of game is you can still spill game and be raw with it. It's just you gotta show your growth.
Right, right. Yeah, because if you're still in the same position, it's like, well, you didn't grow. So you can't you're not qualified to lace anybody at this point.
Now you really got the fans talking about you.
Right. Like this dude's retarded.
Yeah.
Rest in development. So, and that's my mindset has changed over time, like I always say, I'm a fan first, you know what I'm saying? So, I used to be very critical and, I remember Renaissance and I used to sit around and talk about, oh man, Scarface contradicted himself. He said this and now he says that, it's like, dude, it's part of growing,
Part of growing. Exactly, man. Growth, man. Out trumps everything in life if you're trying to live a real one for sure.
Absolutely. And actually, I want to set him up for this next track, dude, because this is powerful. Ghetto Prayer.
But let it be known that's why I love the fact that you acknowledge it that's one of the dopest tracks you heard from me.
It is.
And that was powerful because that's what I intended. That was the intended effect. I wanted people to like we was talking about growth. You know what I mean? And I don't think it got the reception it was supposed to, because like I said, people were looking for me to come with Magic, man, where that pimp shit at, man, where that, man, spit that Mac in. And so I came with ghetto prayer, and it was like, what the fuck, you dig what I'm saying? But only real ones recognize it for what it is. It's a message in every verse, and the message is, pray now.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
No matter what wrong is going on, no matter what stage in life you find yourself in, up or down, pray now. Because it's going to be a point in time when that prayer ain't going to work, what the fuck soever. Excuse my language, but you dig what I'm saying? It's going to come a point in life, motherfucker, you done did so much dirt and ignore God, and then now your dirt can caught up to you, and motherfucker got a 4-5 in your face. God help me, it's too late for that. Right. You know what I'm saying? Game over. Game for real. So the message in the song was basically, pray now. Don't wait till it's too late. And then every verse was meant to shed light on different aspects of life. And my verse I chose was me, Last the Boy, and my kinfolk, Rossi Mo, Papa Rossi. Pick a topic and show how it's too late to pray. You know what I mean? That's how we started the song. And mine was domestic abuse, domestic violence. You know what I mean? And it got a kind of graphic in the verse, but it's a true story. Again, my verse was a true story.
That's what I like about it so much, I guess, is because here it was at one time you were coming with that, that Mac in, play tennis with her face, that kind of shit. And now all of a sudden
I was the one abusing.
Yeah. And now you're looking back, talking to the abuser, going, man, dude, you're getting yourself in a fucked up position right now, man. There's an after effect to this abuse. You know what I mean?
And so don't wait until you didn't abuse this woman or whoever you're abusing to the point where you can't get no get back. You didn't abuse them and took their life, and now your life is finna be took. Don't wait to pray then. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah. That's why that song really got me.
That's the message behind the whole song right there.
Man, so we're going to jump into that. So hang on with us, and we're going to come back and talk to you some more, get some more grown-ass man education, as it were, or enlightenment.
I got a few more in me, man. Let's get it.
All right, man. So we're going to roll with this, and then we'll come right back and we'll talk to you.
Game over, God, nigga. Please, no. Don't let me go out like this. God, please. God, help me, please. Over, nigga. God help me.
No, it's too late to holler for God in your ghetto prayer.
God help me.
Had all your life to repent, now you're screaming in a ghetto prayer.
God help me.
No, it's too late to holler for God in the ghetto prayer.
God help me.
Had all your life to repent, now you're screaming.
Oh, now
in
you
a
wanna
ghetto
beat her
prayer.
up, huh?
She was the love of your fucking life. Real. Closest thing you ever had a will to a wife.
Dummy.
Freshly 19, Glock beef caught a bid. Touchdown, first thing you did was make a kid. Lil' mama pretty, with her mama eyes and a daddy smile. That's when he had one. Now he on the cocaine and the Percocets, and she cheating on him. That's what the voices said. Bitch, where the fuck you been?
I was out getting groceries.
No, you out fucking with that sucker. Bitch, who the fuck wrong? Blow to the jaw, then she hit her head. Busted on the dresser, now she laying there dead. In a pool of blood, pole so gone. Cold part about it is your daughter looking on.
God help me.
No, it's too late to holler for God in your ghetto prayer.
God help me.
Had all your life to repent, now you're screaming in a ghetto prayer.
God help me.
No, it's too late to holler for God in the ghetto prayer.
God help me.
Had all your life to repent, now you're screaming in
Cold
a ghetto
world and a
prayer.
shitty game. That nigga gave up like 50 names. This jail time that they reduced can't remove the pain. Who they thought that nigga was, man, he really ain't. That L he'll do for the hood, man, he really can't. But why now? Cause he was gangster keeping it gutter when he was telling them niggas to lie down. And the fam was asking for money. You couldn't do nothing for him, but you telling them people you try now, and that's some cold shit. Responding from a long distance, that's a code 6. They say they want them big birds, nigga, no chicks. You had a vivid story every time they show pics. Not trying to withhold shit with no risk. hold this. A shank to the ribs, got him squealing like a pig for everything he did. And the fact that the nigga know he doing, but he's screaming for Jesus like he see him in a room, but it's too late.
God help me.
No, it's too late to holler for God in your ghetto prayer.
God help me.
Had all your life to repent, now you're screaming in a ghetto prayer.
God help me.
No, it's too late to holler for God in the ghetto prayer.
God help me.
Had all your life to repent, now you're screaming in the ghetto
One of the
prayer.
youngest out there thugging. The streets don't know his name, but the youngster is a gunman. He running up on him, whoever, who got it. His only way of thinking is more money, more profit. He started off local, ended up traveling, plotting. Out there in Stockton with this young, thick bitch from Compton, named Robin. Robin chose his drip, got the dick, now she's locked in. Robin was a goer, so dope, and the bitch strip. Now she's bonding to his pride, city to city, in the mix, hustling, hitting the licks. Became Robin's new grind. The youngster loved this bitch, he told her stick by his side, and together they get rich. But there was a glitch in his plan, and Robin ended up in the ditch. The youngster fell from his grind, got lost in the mix. He fell in love, but not with a bitch. He fell in love with a $20 hit. Established, but still an addict out here robbing niggas for they shit. He got himself killed on 23rd, gone off that white bitch.
God help me.
No, it's too late to holler for God in your ghetto prayer.
God help me.
Had all your life to repent, now you're screaming in a ghetto prayer.
God help me.
No, it's too late to holler for God in the ghetto prayer.
God help me.
Had all your life to repent, now you're screaming in a ghetto prayer.
All right, we are back after that ghetto prayer, man. Yeah, like I said, very powerful track. We're still here with Mack Magic Mike. So, man, let's talk about some other things that happened. You got girls, man. You got a little, not all girls, but I mean, you do have some.
Yeah, you might want to say all girls. I got 6 of them, man. I got 3 boys, 6 girls, man.
Oh man. So guys are coming over. You said your youngest is 13. So she's starting to bring dudes. Well, I don't know if bringing dudes to the house, but what?
No. She just, like I said, I got a gang of girls. So I've been through the process of girls, teenagers, boy crazy, all this shit. Feel me? It's just that, this generation, they starting a little early. And I'm not having it. You know what I mean? I understand she girl, they gonna like boys and boys they gonna like girls, but you gotta have some morals and some standards. You know what I mean?
Right.
And like we was just talking about as a whole 360 from the shit I used to rap about how I used to live. We always want our children to be better versions of us. So I don't want nothing I did and I took people through to reflect on my children and their lives. So yeah, I got my youngest baby. She having a little too much interest in boys, and this shit is driving me crazy. But it's part of the game as a father. I got to handle it, man. Like you say, it's a curse. All that pimping and all that females and driving females crazy. And she came back to haunt me, man. You feel me?
God came back and said, "All right, you just wait."
Fast.
Mr. 9 Hoes Deep, man. I got something for your ass.
I got something for you. Now you went from 9 hoes deep to 9 kids deep, nigga. Shit.
That should be a topic for a song. You know what I'm saying?
From 9 hoes deep to 9 kids deep. That's your shit right there, man.
Dude, that should be an album, actually.
I got albums. While we talking about albums, man, I've been collecting songs for the last 3 years. And this last past year, like I said, I've been having some serious health issues, No secret, I got blood cancer. I'm trying to deal with this shit,
guys.
Oh,
shit.
Yeah, God got me, still stepping, still living, still breathing. I'm here talking to you. You feel me?
Yeah.
So this last past year, I ain't been doing nothing, no social media presence, no work, no nothing. But I got a gang of songs collected. They mix and masters ready to go. Got this artwork getting done, an album, like Mack Magic Mike, the life of a legend. It's my I ain't gonna say my final piece of work, but it's gonna be an album.
Don't say that.
I'm not gonna say my final piece of work.
Don't say that, man.
As in, like, I never rap or record again. I won't be here to rap. That's not how I mean it. I mean, like, as far as it will be one of the most, if not the most, anticipated full-length projects from any Bay Area artist. Put it like that.
Okay.
I could tout that with confidence. Like, we got 40, but we got plenty of work from 40. We got plenty of work from Short. We got plenty of work from Dito. We got plenty of work from I Am Sue. You know, you got Mr. Fab. All these people got artists, got a catalog. But we talking about a pioneer rap, an icon of rap, you know, a legendary factor in the Bay Area, and the people everywhere, home and abroad, has been waiting for 40 years for a full-length project from Mack Magic Mike, period. So when I say that,
myself included,
thank you. I appreciate you as a friend and a fan. I appreciate you for sure.
Dude,
you've been there, you've been down and around for years. I can say that. So to all your fans and supporters listening, he's a real one because you've been down with me for many years now. I appreciate you. That's why I say this interview is long overdue. But the album, when I tout that, when I advertise it like that, I mean, it is one of the most, if not the most, anticipated full-length projects from any Bay Area artist ever. And it's going to be worth listening to. It's going to be worth collecting. It's going to be worth having. I promise you that.
Man, I remember going to Amazon and going, oh, man, I got, when I was going to do the interview. So I'm looking for your album.
Yeah.
And I see a single and I'm like, where's the album? Because I know in the interview you were talking about having an OnlyFans. Did you ever make an OnlyFans page?
Yeah, I did actually, man. But yeah, I ain't never put no content in it because that was the whole purpose of the OnlyFans was to dump the album on it. But I decided I'm working. If everything pans out, I'm working with LaRussell up out of Vallejo. You know, the young king, man, the young gorilla with the bay on his back right now. LaRussell, shout out to LaRussell, man. One of the realest to ever touch a microphone. One of the realest to ever touch a stage. And I'm blessed to say he's from the Bay. So, yeah, I'm going to be messing with LaRussell on a platform that he got when I released my album, man.
Man. So go back to this blood cancer thing, man. What are some of the symptoms of that, if you don't mind, man?
Oh, shit. Rapid weight loss, severe back pain, your blood boils when you take hot showers.
Oh, shit.
I'm in my 50s. I never in life had a nosebleed. Like, growing up, never had a nosebleed. You know what I mean? Never just,
wow.
No, put your head back, baby. And so, yeah, I had an excessive nosebleed that lasted for 3 days. When I talk about I bled out for 3 days, they tried to stuff my nose. It didn't work. Ended up swallowing some of my blood, throwing it up. The bathroom looked like a crime scene. You know, yeah, so shit. Kept going back and forth to the ER, going back and forth to the doctor. They couldn't explain what was happening. So finally, I guess the right doctor at the right time took the right test. All I can say, because I have been going to the doctors for at least 3 years and getting told they couldn't find out, what was wrong. So
that's horrible.
One last time the doctor ran some tests and it was like, something was off with my blood. My blood work, they couldn't explain something about my blood work, so they sent it somewhere to a laboratory, and they came back and told me that I had PV, polycythemia vera. It's a rare form of blood cancer, and it attacks your cells. It's not curable, but it's treatable, so, that's a good thing. But
wow.
over the past year, over the past 6 months, actually, it's gotten worse. So right now, as we speak, I'm actually dealing with a flare-up where it's gotten worse, and they want to say that it's turning into leukemia, but we're not sure yet. So let's keep our fingers crossed and do a little praying and hope it's not full-blown leukemia. But yeah, that's what I've been dealing with, bro. That's why no music and no drops and nothing for the past year. I've been dealing with a lot of shit.
So it's
Go ahead.
You don't need transfusion, like you said you were throwing up a bunch of blood.
No. I do not transfusions or not dialysis. I have phlebotomy treatments, is where my bone marrow actually produces too much blood.
Oh,
so I got too much blood building up, and it can thicken and become clots and cause a whole lot of different shit. You know what I mean?
Right. Heart attacks, strokes,
all kind of organs shut down, strokes, all kind of shit. So I gotta have phlebotomy treatments where they just drain blood, just fill up a whole big ass bottle of my blood.
Damn, so there's too much blood inside of you, is what you're saying.
Yeah.
Oh, damn, dude, that's some scary shit. And I'm sure there's foods you have to avoid, right?
I like I need certain surgeries, and I can't have surgeries unless my blood is correct. You know what I mean? Like I go to the doctor and have to have a surgery, but I can't perform the surgery until your blood doctor tells me I can perform the surgery. So I got to put off surgery until my blood gets right. You know, it's a big hassle, bro. It's a big thing. But like I say, I ain't in the habit of letting shit get me down. I've been there. I've been depressed. All the shit. Depression is real. Mental health is real. But
absolutely.
I'm in the habit of putting God first. You feel me? Put God first. He gonna handle the rest. So as long as I wake up and I acknowledge Him, I'm gonna make it through every day until I don't. You dig?
Right. Yeah, you gotta let God drive, man. When He's ready to say it's time to go, it's time to go. You know what I'm saying?
That part, man.
So,
but I got a strong feeling, He don't want me to go yet. So I got a mission to complete. And that's what I'm here doing now. You dig?
Mission to complete and a challenge to get past. So that's what you're doing.
That part. Oh man.
You know. So, man. Well, let's. This has been great. What's You got any social medias people can follow you
man,
at?
I got it all, man. Hit my IG. My IG, most of my content, most of my drops that's coming up on the next album, most of my everything is on my IG, Mack Magic Mike 555 at Mack Magic Mike 555. Same for Facebook, YouTube, Mack Magic Mike 555 as well. So yeah, you tap into the IG and the YouTube, you get new content. Anything I drop, you be there for it.
Okay, man, that's cool. Well, I'm glad you got to spend some time with me, man, and we got to chop it up. It was about time, because I just remember going out to Richmond in '94, I think it was, and finally I was like, man, I brought some blank tapes with me. And I was like, man, can you put that Magic Mike on this tape, man?
Oh man.
So it was a tape that had I had your 4 songs on it, and I'm like, oh yeah, this is gold.
That's how it got circulated by a lot of people, man. Like I say, I mentioned before, man, them tapes been dubbed and took to the army in Germany. You know what I mean? Somebody took a Magic Mike and Calvin T tape to Germany with them, and they wanted to dub, soldiers wanted to dub it out there. That's how I got a fan base in Germany to this day.
Man, you probably have a fan base all over in a lot of different countries because they like that stuff.
When I did Spotify, because I left music platforms alone, so I let the platforms alone. I'm tired of getting pimped on and played. But when I was on Spotify, I was surprised at all the countries I was getting played in, like Brazil, fucking Switzerland, Germany. I'm like, are you fucking serious right now? By the thousands, though. By the thousands, I'm like, this shit is wild, man. But yeah, it's out there. You'd be surprised.
And when you were making that music, you did not have those people in mind as being your fans jamming that shit.
No, I didn't.
I know you didn't.
I didn't. I wasn't really looking past the Bay, man. You know what I mean? I was like, if I get my folks to like it, it'll travel. And that's what it did. My folks like it, so it traveled. You feel me?
Have game will travel.
Have game will travel. That whole ass for it. Oh, man.
So, man, this has been great. And we're going to take them out with some original shit, man. Pimp. This is the shit that got me into you originally. So
bro, that's classic. That's classic. Would never ever expire, man. You know what I mean? That's some everlasting milk. Got milk. That's some everlasting milk, and it would never expire, man. Pimp, man. That's a song that got a lot of attention on Magic Mike, man. So it might get a little gutter for some of y'all out there, man. But that's the realest shit ever. Is that pimp, man? Yeah, that's the start of a whole lot of shit, man.
That's what I'm hoping.
I appreciate you, man. Just know I appreciate you, man, for bringing a light to this shit, man, exposing this game some more, man.
Oh, absolutely. Because what I want someone to do who has never heard Mack Magic Mike before to just sit and listen to this interview. You know what I mean? Some people might pass it and be like, who the fuck is this Mack Magic Mike guy? Just another rapper. But then there might be somebody who's like, man,
this ain't your average rapper with your average story, man. It's a whole lot of twists and turns in this motherfucker here movie.
Oh, yeah. Which, by the way, these guys are pimps trying to be rappers, not rappers trying to be pimps.
That whole ass part, man. That part, man.
You know what I
Don't
mean?
get it twisted. Yes,
The-
sir.
these are pimps rapping.
Yeah,
So,
rapper pimpin',
you
man.
want real shit, don't listen to, I don't know, Little Nutsack or what do they call I mean, listen to Mack Magic Mike, man. He got the
Hey, let
game
me
for you.
shout out before I get off of here, man. Let me shout out my young nephew, man, up out of Richmond. Also, one of the rawest rappers, man, that come up under me, and unfortunately had an accident where he was shot, so he's no longer putting it down right now. But for the last, I say he had a 5-year run where he was the hottest thing in the Bay. Nasty Nate. Let's not
Nasty
get it
name.
twisted. That's my nephew, Nasty Nate, up out of Richmond. I
It- it-
mean, raw game. You want to hear some raw game? You want to hear the younger version of a Magic Mike and Calvin T up out of Richmond? Go listen to Nasty Nate.
is he
Dope.
still alive? He's still
Yes,
alive, right?
he's still alive. Yes, he's
Okay,
still
good.
alive. But yeah, rap wise, it ain't too many touching him. I'm shouting him out. I'm plugging him. I'm letting the world know. The younger version of Magic Mike and Calvin T in Richmond is Nasty Nate. Ain't nobody serving no peace shit like Nasty Nate. Period.
Man, you know what? When we get done, I'm gonna go look for
Go look
Nasty
him
Nate.
up. Go look him up. I promise you. Listen to me, folks. I promise you, you will not be disappointed. You gonna be flabbergasted beyond measure when you hear Nasty Nate spit pimping. Ain't nobody touching Ain't nobody can touch him.
I need to get flabbergasted.
Oh man.
That's
Oh
the
man.
problem. I'm not flabbergasted enough. There's
Oh
just
man.
I'm desensitized. I'm honestly desensitized when I hear, Lil Wayne or somebody
Yeah.
talking that shit. I'm like, man, this is not real. I'm
Yeah,
so
it's not
used to.
authentic, man. It got to be authentic. If you want to hear authentic, if you want to hear motherfuckers spitting about pimping fresh off the track, spitting bars right in front of the hoe where he just checked 10,000 from, go listen to Nasty Nate up out of Richmond, man. Money motivated entertainment, man. He is truth. I'm just shouting my nephew out because I love him, and he ain't been rapping for a while because he came right now, so I'm putting him out there.
Man, maybe at some point would he be healing? Is he gonna be coming back to 100% at some point?
If he, I'm pretty, I'm gonna check real soon to see if he's able to talk on the phone because I know,
Because
he was slightly paralyzed. So
oh,
if he could speak on the phone still, I'm gonna tap in with you and let you know he can and hook y'all up, man.
I would love to get him on if you know what I'm saying. I'm gonna check out his music first, but
Man,
I'm
go to
thinking
YouTube.
you
Go to
gave it the
YouTube
seal
and
of
check.
approval.
He got numerous videos, like numerous. He didn't work with every Bay Area artist there is. Mozzie, Lil Pete. He didn't work with what is it? RB. What is it from Vallejo? RB.
RBL? You talking
No,
about from Frisco?
no, from not from Frisco. From SOB.
Oh.
The youngsters from Vallejo.
Oh yeah, it was. They used to do shit with 40, I think.
No, I don't think Nasty did that with 40, but he got a long roster of features. If you go check him out, you'll see he was heavily connected in the Bay, man. He one of the rawest to come out of the Bay. He just can't rap right now, so I'm shouting him out.
Wow, damn, dude, that's the hardest shit. That's like what happened to DOC. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah, shit like that, shit like
Same
that,
kind of
shit
thing,
like
man.
that.
Like God will say, you don't appreciate the gift I gave you, I'm gonna take it. So that's hopefully that's not the case, man. I hope he gets back to rapping.
You almost hit the nail on the head. It be like that. You don't want to use this gift I gave you, man. I'm gonna take it.
Yeah,
Period. That's how it is, man. You know what I'm saying? That's why at my age, I still got this gift. If I can still display it, I will, because God gave it to me, man. So yeah, I'm gonna still spit this shit, man. So y'all can be ready for a dose of Mack Magic Mike, man. Believe that.
we want a dose. We want the full album you were talking about, man. You're
It's
teasing
coming
us here.
real soon, man. It's coming real soon. Sometime after my birthday next month, I'm dropping that thing, man. I'll let you know the exact date, man, for sure.
Man, so this has been the Nothing Sacred interview with Mack Magic Mike. I am Maxwell Silverhammer, and we're gonna jump into him. I pimp a bitch mine.
Oh
So,
man. Oh man.
so here we go. And man, Mack Magic Mike, man, thank you so much for doing this, man. Coming to our little hole in the wall, as cruise control would call it.
Pleasure was mine, man. Long overdue, man. I hope y'all enjoyed it, man. I know I did.
I did too, man. All right, here we go. We'll talk to y'all later. Peace.
It's twilight of the evening.
That's right.
Track full of holes. Streets Nike in a mackin' ass broom. I said, pimp, pimp, I pimp a bitch, man. Pimp, pimp, I pimp a hoe. Pimp, pimp, I pimp a bitch. And I said, with my bankroll, I said, wait a minute, bitch, don't buy that drone. I want that limo with the tone, the TV, and the phone. Like a limo to the track, a dozen bitches in the back. Every trap got checked, and your number gets stacked. 12 nasty bitches staying down about my dollars. And when I said stay down, I meant 24 hours. I'm a pimp, man. I'm selling satisfaction, don't get built, man. Your bitch giving me action, yeah. More money, slow money, more money for show money. These boys get got made and end up with no money. Pimp, pimp, I chase a hoe. And high side with my bankroll. I must admit, these boys checking bigger bankrolls. Coming up high side with 5.0, but now I don't sweat it. Half of them ain't shit. I'm gonna get my grits, man, selling these hits. I'm talking about them suckers, you know. With mob cars, pimps like Broms, you know. Them shop cars, pimp, I chase a hoe. And high side with my bankroll. Pull up on a hoe and say my name is Magic Mike. Check yourself, bitch, what your money look like? Silky curls in my hair, fat rocks on my head. Red leather suit with some pimp snake skins. Jump out the shout, talking that shit. Every bitch on the track ready to give me a grit. I knock the tight little maggot, standing 5'4". The medallion on my neck, cold night at the hoe. Nah, to the back, I was working off jack. I roasted the bitch, blew her wig back. She said something smart, I had to put her in a place. So I smooth played tennis with the bass. She called me a sucker, broke us in the wind. I yelled, young soda, stop that bitch, man. Before she hit the corner, Monk was up on her. He stuck her in the mud, well, I didn't want her. He dropped her with the left, kicked her in the gut. Stole to the nose, made her knocked her on her butt. My boy damn near knocked the eye out of socket. While he was throwing sets, I was going through a pocket. I said, pimp, pimp, I pimp a bitch, man. Pimp, pimp, I chase a hoe. Pimp, pimp, I pimp a bitch. And high side with my bankroll. All the way, punk bitches in the back ain't got shit to say. Cause pimpin' is pimpin' and hoeing is hoeing. If you ain't got a grit, bitch, you ain't going. I don't give a fuck if we in Canada somewhere. Magic strap, come up, show punk, I'm leaving you there. I can knock another bitch with the motherfucking quickness. And how you get back home, that's your business. I guarantee you one thing, ho, this is for real. If I catch you in the town, I'm shooting to kill. Cause if I can't check a million from between a bitch cock, I kill a bitch off before this pimpin' get knocked. When I set you on the track in some leather to perk, you better put that walk to work and let your body jerk. Make a trick, think it's thick, can actually speak. So get your back ready, but I gotta have that trick. I never bitch to her knees and make her say magic please. I swear to God up above, I'm gonna serve you some G's. Or hope and recognize that this game must be paid. Cause if you didn't, my draws wouldn't be tailor-made. I said pimp, pimp, I pimp a bitch, man. Pimp, pimp, I chase a hoe. Pimp, pimp, I pimp a bitch. And high side with my bankroll. It was always said that I pick a buffalo up and put the Buddha head. I knocked Ting on food and Sally Chong Wong. The Sally pussy made it, had the bitches down. Most of the fixing me dinner, send me bills and champagne. They must have took all the soup. He said, here, chow, man. Yeah, I ain't gonna I like the one that died in Greece. Popping cotton with the bitches with the black and a piece. And I know I met like the player put again. And she tried, guarantee she got her ass kicked. If you try to play snake and hide my money in a ditch, I take it out your asshole, bitch. Cause a pimp ain't stuck, stalling for a buck. Pay proper every time a bitch fuck or suck. Because I'll be damned if I see some hoes, man. They don't serve these threes or fours. I heard on a Friday or a Saturday night. This game got me thinking and I feel just right. I done dusted off a bottle of some Hennessy, and now a punk whose ass is OUT. Someone scream out magic, I couldn't hear her. I was working on myself through the rearview mirror. I took a hoe and high side with my bankroll. On the phone in the 9-8. I can call a bitch, check the bitches, never have to wait. I got out my phone book, I looked up Cherie. A cute little bitch from Washington, D.C. The phone rang twice, her voice sounded nice. She didn't like magic, so she called me Spice. She was a cutie, a star. And when she said, what's up? I just said, pimpin'. I guess my answer took her by surprise. I could picture her face, I mean, look, bug eyes. She wanted to pick, she could have go with the call. I said, you knew all the time it was game jumping off. I'm a real nigga, it's hard to find. Cold, with nothing but money on my mind. Your mom was cool, your little fingertips swell. But now, it takes more than that to be my bill. We only serve one service, 86 wives. Either be my hoe or get the fuck out my life. You said you're the only nigga I would ever pay. But baby, what you think my mother would say? I said, your mama, she wouldn't mind. She told me she used to be a hoe at one time. I said, pimp, I chased the hoe, and I said, with my bankroll. Thought you knew.